What's going on YouTube? It's Dillon James, and on today's video, we're going to compile a top 10 list of the highest sales of sports cards in the past 30 days. So tonight's the start of the NBA season, so we have NBA, NHL, NFL, all of these sports happening at once, so we thought it'd be a great time to look at eBay the past 30 days to see what cards are currently selling right now at the highest prices. So coming in at number 10 on this list is a classic. It is Leroy Satchel Paige, a Leaf 1948 card. It is a PSA 6 gorgeous condition. For that age anyway, $49,995. That's going to be the baseline for this list today for our top 10 highest sales on eBay recently. So Leroy Satchel Paige, a very iconic card, beautiful card, old school PSA holder as well. Such a cool looking card. This is coming in at number 10. And starting off the list really well. Actually having one of the most iconic baseball players out there back from 1948. So now let's move on to the next card, which is a GOAT in soccer. It is Lionel Messi, the 2004-2005 Panini Mega Crack Soccer card. This is a BGS 9.5 rookie card. You can't get much better than this in soccer. He is the GOAT, if not one of the GOATs. In soccer, and so having a card of this magnitude, it'd be a great addition to your collection. Let's just say that. So BGS 9.5 there, and a very young looking Lionel Messi on the back from FC Barcelona. Let's move on to another card at number 8, and it's a 2014 Panini Contenders Derek Carr cracked dice out of 22, and it's his rookie card of BGS 1010 with the auto and also the card as well. It's a pop 2 for Beckett. This one sold on October 12th. Beautiful looking card. He's been doing very well in Vegas, even without his head coach John Gruden being there. With the replacement coming in last week, he still played very well for the Oakland Raiders, or the Las Vegas Raiders, sorry. So with this card, $58,600 was the sale price. Huge card for Derek Carr, and we might see him again on this list. So don't stick around, and you'll probably see him once again. So next, let's move on to number 7 here. It's 1997 Pinnacle Certified Ken Griffey Jr. Gold Team Gold Mirror card. This card is not graded. It sold for $65,322. This is a card that if you're a Ken Griffey Jr. fan, you would want in your collection. This is a very high-end card, a very sought-after card because it's a very a low population card in and of itself. But this card is in immaculate condition with the peel-off sticker on the front still. It's not graded, but hey, this is still a very cool-looking card for the Seattle Mariners there. Absolutely gorgeous. Number 12 on there as well. Look at that. So, beautiful card from Ken Griffey Jr. Now let's look at number 6. Number 6 is the Contenders Optic Gold Prism Rookie Ticket of Patrick Mahomes. You wouldn't think we would have a top 10 list without Patrick Mahomes on it, and you'd be correct. So a 9/9 from Beckett, autograph 9, card 9. I mean, you can't go wrong with Patrick Mahomes, even though this year he has been kind of having a slump year, I guess you could say. You know, I believe that Kansas City will still be in the conversation for Super Bowl pick heading into the offseason. But as of right now, the Patrick Mahomes-led Kansas City Chiefs are not looking so great. But again, they'll pick it up towards the end of the season. But yeah, this is a beautiful card too. The winning bid was $67,251.15. 57 bids on this card as well. So people were wanting this card. And it's a great card to add to your collection. 8 out of 10 on the serial number on the back. Just an absolutely beautiful card there from Patrick Mahomes and Contenders. Now, let's move on to another card. This is a huge card. This is a very iconic card. Has a lot of GOATs on it. Multiple GOATs on it. And it is a UD Greats, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Bill Russell, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Jerry West, Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robinson, Julius Erving. I mean, all of these GOATs on this card. You can't get much better than this. It's a 1/1, a Beckett 8.5 near mint, $77,850 for this card. beautiful. It's huge, by the way, and Beckett's one of the only companies that can actually do a slab like this, but it's a booklet. It's a beautiful card. Any collector would want this in their collection if they're a basketball fan, and having the close-ups here of every autograph from these guys, you just can't get much better than this. If you love basketball, this is a very beautiful card. One of one. And with that price tag, that kind of tells you, I mean, I have a feeling that price will probably go up if it tries to sell once again, because this card is an absolute stunner, and I'm sure that the person who bought it is very, very happy to have this in their collection. Now, coming in at number 4 is the 2014 Panini Contenders Derek Carr once again, but is a different cracked ice. This card actually sold on eBay. Let me see if I have the number here. It was $58,600. No, that was $80,000 was this one. It was actually listed at $97,000, but the best offer accepted was $80,000 for this card. There are a lot of people out there that have a lot of hype around Derek Carr. Derek Carr is looking good so far with the Vegas Raiders, and even without John Gruden on the sideline last weekend, you could tell that he is playing at a very, very high level in the league. He could potentially be MVP caliber this year, but he would have to beat out guys like Kyler Murray, guys like Derrick Henry. There are some other contenders out there for MVP race. Josh Allen, too. Josh Allen is out there as well. So Derek Carr has been playing very well for the Las Vegas Raiders. Let's see if he can keep it up for the rest of the season. We got 11 games left this year, so we'll see if he'll be able to keep it up. But as of right now, he's playing at a very high level, and people are pretty high on Derek Carr with the showing he's made this season with the Las Vegas Raiders. Now let's go to number 3. Number 3 is a very, very iconic card. Going back to baseball, it's a 1952 Mickey Mantle, selling for $83,101 in this auction. 169 bids. There were a lot of people on this auction clamoring for this card, but unfortunately the winner got it, $83,101. It is a PSA 5, and it's in beautiful condition for what it's worth. I mean, this card is definitely a very iconic card in the hobby, and most baseball players, even most baseball card or just card collectors would want this in their collection. So once again, a huge card coming on this list at number 3. Now, number 2 is an iconic card in the sense of the modern era. So we have a modern superstar in basketball, and that is Luka Doncic, 2018-19 Prism Orange out of 49, BGS 9.5. This card sold for $96,362.49, or $129,999 Australian. But again, absolutely beautiful card, and Luka is going to be, I believe he's going to have a great year this year for the Dallas Mavericks, and we'll see if he'll be able to make it to the championship this year, but he has some players that are clamoring for that as well. So you have Giannis, who just won his first last year. You have LeBron James and the crew he put together in Los Angeles. So we'll see if he'll be able to crack that and go to the championship this year. But Luka is still one of the top players in the league, if not the best player in the NBA, arguably. So we'll see how he plays this season. We'll see if he'll be able to get over the hump and get to a championship for the Dallas Mavericks. Last but not least, we have one last card here, and it's a very iconic card too. This card comes from the early 2000s. It is another basketball player, so we've actually had several basketball cards on this list this week, and it is none other than LeBron James, the 2003-2004 Topps Chrome Refractor, selling for $123,100, a BGS 10 pristine. Now, this card is something you want if you are a LeBron James fan, and I'm sure the value will still be there. However, this value has dropped down on Cardbase. We did see this card sell for about $300,000 just a few months ago, earlier this year, when there was a bit of a spike in the market. It has dropped down considerably since then, but it's still a six-figure card. Only 9.5 on this card is the centering, but you can't really even tell with the centering. It looks great to me. It might be a little off top to bottom, but I mean, this card is definitely iconic, and also left to right on the back as well. Definitely iconic card, Topps Chrome Refractor of LeBron James. If you're a LeBron James fan or a collector, you would definitely want this in your collection. And that comes in at number 1 on our list. A very iconic list. There's been some very, very big basketball cards on this list. There were a few baseball cards as well with Mickey Mantle and Satchel Paige as well. But, you know, there's a good mix of cards on this list as well. I mean, going into the NBA season, when we have all of these sports playing at once, it's interesting that basketball has been the one to dominate this list for this week. And it looks like that basketball will be the best sport to buy into, especially with the global appeal it has coming into the season. We've actually had a full off season, so there has been less fatigue on fans watching basketball over and over and over again. We saw a lot of it during COVID. We saw a lot of it last year. So I believe that it's a really good time to buy some basketball because the season starts tonight, and I can't wait to see what happens this year. Put in the comments below which team you think will be going to the championship this year in the NBA and which card you would want in your collection most from this top 10 list. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you like this channel and the content we're creating here, hit that subscribe button, click that notification bell, so every time we post a new video, you'll be the first to know about it. Thanks once again for watching, everybody. We'll talk to you next time.